Hello there, you ridiculously amazing, brilliant, stratosphere-breaking, boundary exploding, and barrier-breaking, I'm making this up, Coach you. Hi, I'm Ben Dooley, MCC coach and also the confidence coach. My job is to help coaches just like you be the coach that you are here to be. And today, I actually am going to, and part of it is that I love breaking apart myths, especially the myths and the stories that we've been given as coaches for our coaching. And here's one that I'm constantly running across. Tell me if you ever heard this one. You should never assume anything, because when you assume, you know the rest, don't you? If you don't, go ahead and start that with somebody and say, by the way, I heard this phrase, like when you assume, I'll help you out. It makes something out of you and me. It's an easy way to remember what the word, how to spell the word, but it's not really that true. In fact, it's actually a problem. See, let me explain this. Our brains are designed, this little gray matter thing that's floating around in your skull, it is designed to be constantly picking up tons of data and stimuli and information. Everything that you're seeing, me on this screen, everything that you're hearing, me yammering away, everything that you're feeling, your butt in the chair or wherever you are, anything you're tasting and smelling, everything that's coming in through your five senses, your brain is constantly receiving billions and billions of bits of information every single second. Yes, and your brain is designed to shortcut all that stuff. It just filters through and sifts out and says, I don't need to pay attention to that, and I'll let that go, and I'll just fuzz all this stuff out. Your brain does an amazing job of clearing out tons of extraneous information so that you can focus on the important stuff. Now, your brain also does an amazing job of filling in the gaps. I mean, let's be honest. You don't know everything. I know you like to think you do sometimes. We all do. But the truth is, you don't know everything, especially what's yet to happen. So you don't know everything that happened in the past, especially other points of view, other perspectives, other experiences, except your own or what you managed to piece together. You don't know everything that's happening right now, and you certainly have no idea exactly what's going to happen in the future. Case in point, what's the word that I'm going to say at minute 3? You'll never guess. I can give you $1 million. You will never be able to guess what word I'm going to say at minute 3. All right, trick question. But still, you couldn't guess that I would be silent. That means you don't know everything. And that also means that your brain is doing an amazing job of filling in the gaps. Taking whatever information you have in the first place, making assumptions to fill in the gaps so that everything makes sense. This is how your brain is designed. So to go along this myth and say, you should never assume, assuming is bad. The problem is, you just got chastised for doing something you cannot control. The problem is not that we assume. The problem is that we are always assuming. It's that we automatically believe it to be true. See, it's okay if you assume something as long as you know that you're assuming. As long as you know that you're making it up and you don't have all the actual information. Then it's all right. Because now you're being intentional. You're being responsible. You're being aware that you're making assumptions. Now, how do you use this as a coach? Woo-hoo. How about this simple one? There's tons of ways this shows up, but here's an easy one. How about you've had enough coaching experience, right? You've been coached, you've been trained, you haven't been coached, you haven't been trained, but you've seen it happen. Whatever your experience is, you've coached other people, I'm going to assume that you've had plenty of experience in coaching. And so one of the simplest assumptions is you know that coaching works. You know that coaching creates impact and it creates shift and it helps people. And so you can assume that your coaching is creating impact. you can assume that your coaching is providing value. Now, to be clear, you know you're making an assumption. You don't know exactly what that value and that impact is, but you can assume there is one. And then you get to ask your client to fill in the blank for you. Because when you fill in the blank, that's when you start making mistakes. When the client fills in the blank, it's right on target. So client, and then just ask them. So I'm going to assume that this little video snippet has been helpful, has been of great value and insight, and has and will make a difference in your coaching. Exactly what that will be, I don't know, but I sure can't wait to find out. Thank you for joining me on this lovely little trip. There's going to be more to come, so keep coming back, and I'll talk with you soon, sharing more of BeDo bits of wisdom and insight that will help you be the coach that you are here to be and that the world needs you to be. Until then.